There is no element of the entire project that is more important than the leaders being engaged in the process of bringing new automation into the facility. That's to talk to the employees and the people that are going to be affected by the change, telling them how this process is going to be beneficial to them. Leaders and organizational managers don't understand that bringing this new machine in and this process requires training, partnerships, brand new learning, different ways of doing things that they've never done it before. They expect that a robot is somehow going to do things that only a human can do. And so I think that it's essential that organizations really embrace that idea that if you bring a new machine in, you can't expect the machinery manufacturer to also run all your parts, do the fixtures, do the tooling. If you don't have those capabilities, you either need to hire for those capabilities or you need to bring in experts that can help you and fill out the capabilities that are required to actually make a robotic system work. A lot of times what we see is organizations that have a very high barrier of entry to change. And when they see this new process coming in, they see a robot coming in, what they immediately go to is, this is going to present me with change with no benefits. And they're very, very resistant to it. And on the other hand, I see cultures that are very, organizational cultures that understand the high level. They understand productivity equals more sustainable jobs, that their lives are somehow going to be impacted, and they can really own the change, and they're willing to do that. They're willing to allocate people to it. They work as a team to rally around new process and new change, and they are overwhelmingly successful. I absolutely love the idea of ownership. So taking ownership of something where a leader says that I am going to own everything from I'm going to own this process, and I'm going to become accountable to it. The leader of the organization has to really go beyond, I'm telling you you have to do this, and go to why I find this to be extremely beneficial. Those soft skills are so important for the leader to go in and tell somebody, I'm not doing this to replace you. I'm doing this to secure the foundation of the company, to increase productivity, to make our product more competitive. We need to be able to meet the challenges of the day, and we need to succeed. And you do that when an owner is able to, or the leader is able to communicate the why behind what this piece of equipment is going to do, much, much, much further beyond, I'm going to hold you accountable, meaning I'm going to blame you for anything that happens as it comes in. The companies that have outstanding success, what we see is it's a very, very similar picture. And we've seen several occasions where it happens really well. And that is where there's alignment when they engage with Kinetic Technologies. First of all, there's an awareness of who they are and what they're trying to achieve. So when they engage with us, they're looking at us to be experts in our field, to be able to accurately assess what they're doing, but they understand why they're doing something, and they've got a connection all the way to the top of the organization. The second thing that makes all of these companies very common is that as we're going through the project, we very clearly understand who's going to own that project once it leaves our facility and goes into their facility. We just had a fantastic installation. There's absolutely no question that the organization is bought in. They understand that it's going to take a little time, but they also understand that the benefits are worth achieving. They've got alignment through the leadership all the way to the CEO level, and the person that we're dealing with directly on a day-to-day basis is empowered to make decisions that are for the best of the organization. And the second thing, they're invested. We know that when we drop it off, that person is going to continue to leverage our expertise and knowledge, but also really work that machine to access and to unlock all of the capabilities that we've built into it. Definitively, the most important thing is, what is the problem you're trying to solve? If you have got to get clear, you have to get zeroed in, and you have to generate that return on investment analysis to say, I have $1 million problem. You need to come to the table with, this is the problem I'm trying to solve. Be very clear on that problem, and then guide the integrator to solve the specific problem. Once we do that, once we align on the front end with what the challenge we're trying to solve, we can communicate that effectively in the organization. We can really hammer home on why we need to do it. And we have a strong leader that is going to own the process from the beginning to the end. You're going to have a wonderful experience, and you're going to have unmatched levels of productivity gains.